Good morning, everybody. This morning, House and Senate Republicans are joining you all to announce that we are asking for a special session in order to address the shortfall of LIHEAP funds for our Connecticut residents. On Monday, many of you saw that the Appropriation, Human Services, and Energy Committees met to vote on a block plan. Republicans had a proposal to restore the funding that was cut by the federal government to the tune of $50 million, as well as expand the program for additional households as we enter into the winter season. We all know that energy is increasing in the state of Connecticut, and as we are going door to door in this campaign season, we hear constantly from our residents they are worried of how they are going to heat their homes. It's a basic need that people need to have. And what we saw on Monday was just a summary rejection of a proposal to try to bring more money to these residents. We have a slush fund in the state of Connecticut to the tune of well over $100 million. That money could be used now to prop up that fund. We already heard on Monday that the funding is being cut upward of 40%, and that we have an additional applicant pool we are projecting is going to increase by 5%. So for the governor and the Democrats to suggest that we should take a wait-and-see attitude and put people into crisis is a dereliction of their responsibility to meet the needs of the public. Residents aren't filling their tanks in the summertime like they normally do because they already can't afford the oil prices that are already upon us. And so we are calling on Democrats to sign a petition along with our caucuses to go into special session to appropriate the needed funding to meet the moment for the state of Connecticut. And I'll turn it over to Senator Kelly.
Thank you very much, Vin. And thank you to my both Senate and House colleagues for joining us, and also for your presence here on this beautiful day in the state of Connecticut. What we're proposing is easy. It's what the legislature does. It comes into session and does good things to help people in need. That's what good government is. And this year, right now, we have the ability to solve what will be a crisis for seniors, middle, working, and low-income families in the state of Connecticut. We know that we have a 40-year high in inflation, which means there's going to be more need because in the current Connecticut economy, people are having trouble balancing their kitchen table economics. We know that the price of oil has increased from under $3 last year to almost $4.50 a gallon this year. And we also know that the supply of oil in New England, home heating oil, is going to be at a crisis level. And it's going to be harder to get our hands on, which means it's going to cost more. The response from the majority is cut this line item that would help heat family homes. They're going to cut it by 40% when we had historic surpluses. Historic. The state's budget is awash in money, while the families across Connecticut are struggling. We have an opportunity to not cut the budget, but to improve and expand the budget and to allow people to heat their homes. Republican leadership wants to do what good government must do, and that's help people and families in need, especially when we have such an economy as we do now with the inflation and the cost of heating. This is a humanitarian issue, and it needs to be met. And we are here today to do just that, because it is that easy. All we have to do is get our fellow colleagues on the other side of the aisle to recognize the crisis that is looming in the state of Connecticut, that the families will have a difficult time heating their home, and that we can help families and seniors on fixed incomes meet their needs. So let's get to work. Let's do what legislators do. Let's enact good government and help people get by. With that,